When you think of the world's leading tech hubs, your mind probably jumps straight to Silicon Valley of the USA, Seoul, South Korea, or Tokyo, Japan. But right now, a massive, quiet revolution is unfolding in East Africa. Welcome back to Top 5 Ethiopia. Today, we are looking at a country undergoing one of the most aggressive, fascinating digital transformations on the planet. Driven by the ambitious Digital Ethiopia 2030 strategy, this nation of over 130 million people, where 70% of the population is under 30, is leapfrogging traditional development stages entirely. They aren't just adopting modern tech, they are building a futuristic ecosystem from scratch, turning the country into what we like to call the Silicon Highland. In this video, we're counting down 5 massive technological advancements reshaping daily life in Ethiopia. We will start with the apps changing how millions move and spend money, and then dive deep into some truly mind-bending, futuristic infrastructure, including an autonomous AI powerhouse and a police station with absolutely zero police officers inside. Trust me, what's happening here in the Silicon Highland is going to challenge everything you thought you knew about this East African nation. Let's get into it. Starting us off at number 5 is the absolute engine of Ethiopia's digital economy, Telebirr. To understand why Telebirr is a revolution, you have to understand what banking used to look like here. Just a few years ago, Ethiopia was an overwhelmingly cash-based society. If you wanted to buy groceries, pay rent, or transfer money to family, you had to physically carry stacks of cash. Brick-and-mortar banks were out of reach for millions of citizens, especially in rural areas. Then came Telebirr, launched by the state-owned telecom giant Telecom. It is a mobile money service that essentially turned every single mobile phone in the country into a secure digital wallet. The growth was nothing short of explosive. Within just a few years of launching, it captured tens of millions of users. Today, it handles trillions of local currency, the Birr, annually. But Telebirr didn't stop at just simple money transfers. It has evolved into a massive financial ecosystem. Merchants across the country, from high-end supermarkets in Addis Ababa to tiny roadside fruit stands, now display Telebirr QR codes. You can pay your utility bills, buy fuel at gas stations, purchase flight tickets, and even get microloans or set up digital savings accounts right from your phone. By seamlessly integrating with the government's brand-new national digital ID system, it has brought millions of unbanked citizens into the formal economy overnight. It is the invisible digital fabric keeping the entire country running. Coming in at number 4, we are moving to the chaotic, bustling streets of Addis Ababa to talk about Ride. If you've ever traveled to a major African metropolis, you know that navigating local transport can be an absolute logistical nightmare. For decades, getting around Ethiopia's capital meant dealing with unmetered, bright blue and white taxicabs. You had to stand on a street corner, flag one down, and engage in an intense, sometimes exhausting negotiation over the fare before you could even open the car door. Enter Ride. Developed by a homegrown tech company called Hybrid Designs, Ride is Ethiopia's answer to Uber, but built specifically to survive and thrive in the local ecosystem. When it first launched, internet connectivity in the country could be highly unpredictable, and smartphones weren't yet everywhere. So, Ride did something brilliant. They launched a simple, traditional SMS and voice call center hotline alongside their app. If you didn't have data, you could literally just dial 8294, speak to an operator, and a driver would be dispatched to your location with a locked-in, metered price. As internet access expanded, the app completely took over. It brought unprecedented safety, predictability, and structure to urban transport. Drivers saw their income stabilize, and commuters finally got a stress-free way to navigate the city. Today, Ride isn't just a convenience. It is a cultural staple. It proved to the entire nation that local tech entrepreneurs could build world-class platforms tailored perfectly to local challenges. At number 3, we have a milestone that completely reshaped the country's entire geopolitical and technological landscape: the entry of Safaricom Ethiopia. For decades, Ethiopia's telecommunications sector was a strict state monopoly. Telecom was the sole provider. While they made incredible strides, a lack of market competition meant that internet speeds, infrastructure rollouts, and pricing didn't always keep pace with global standards. That all changed when the government made a historic decision to liberalize the market, opening the doors for global players. Safaricom, the telecom giant famous for pioneering mobile money in Kenya, won a license and launched a massive, multi-billion-dollar network rollout. They didn't just walk in quietly. They brought cutting-edge 4G and blazing fast 5G infrastructure to major cities. Almost overnight, the entire digital landscape shifted. This corporate rivalry triggered an incredible tech boom. To compete, the incumbent Ethio Telecom rapidly upgraded its own infrastructure, slashed data prices, and accelerated its tech features. For the everyday citizen, this has been an absolute win. Internet data became remarkably affordable, network reliability skyrocketed, and high-speed broadband started pushing deep into regions that had historically been left behind. By breaking the monopoly, Safaricom didn't just enter a market. They acted as a massive catalyst that forced the country's entire digital backbone to level up at supersonic speed. Now, we are stepping firmly into the future. Taking our number 2 spot is an institution that most people outside of East Africa don't even know exists, but it's currently turning heads globally, the Ethiopian Artificial Intelligence Institute. While the rest of the world is busy debating how to regulate AI, Ethiopia decided to build a state-backed, dedicated powerhouse to develop it. Recently, the institute unveiled its brand-new, incredibly futuristic headquarters in the heart of Addis Ababa, moving into a massive, heavily upgraded tech complex. Just recently, global leaders, including the president of Mozambique, visited the facility, calling it a literal beacon of hope for Africa's digital future. But what exactly do they do inside this high-tech fortress? This isn't a theoretical university lab. It is an active problem-solving factory. The young software engineers and data scientists working here are using machine learning to solve Africa's most critical, real-world problems. Take agriculture, which employs a massive portion of the Ethiopian population. The institute has developed advanced AI computer vision models. By analyzing satellite imagery and drone footage, their AI can detect crop diseases weeks before they are visible to the human eye, allowing farmers to save their harvests. In healthcare, they've deployed AI systems to analyze medical scans, helping understaffed rural clinics accurately diagnose complex conditions like cancer and thoracic diseases in minutes. Furthermore, the institute is diving headfirst into cutting-edge domains like large-scale data mining, robotics, cloud computing, and immersive virtual reality technologies. They've even built a dedicated AI startup center. The philosophy is beautiful. A young innovator can walk into the building with nothing but a raw idea on a napkin, and the institute provides them with processing power, mentorship, and incubation to prototype their product and pitch it to global investors. It is an astonishingly bold bet on young, local minds, ensuring that the Silicon Highland isn't just a consumer of AI, but an active creator of it. And finally, taking our number 1 spot is perhaps the most shocking and hyper-futuristic tech deployment in the country, the unmanned smart police station. Imagine walking into a police station to report an incident, but when you open the door, there is no crowded front desk. There are no stacks of messy paperwork, no waiting benches, and absolutely no uniformed officers in sight. Instead, you enter a quiet, sleek, pristine room lined with glowing touchscreen kiosks and digital tablets. This isn't a sci-fi movie concept. It is a living pilot project located right now in the bustling Bold district of Addis Ababa. Launched personally by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, this smart police station is an absolute paradigm shift in how citizens interact with law enforcement. So, how does it actually work in practice? Let's say a resident needs to report a crime, a traffic accident, or a lost document. They walk into one of these private, partitioned digital booths and interact with a sleek tablet interface. The system guides them step by step through a clean digital menu where they select their issue, type or dictate the specific details, and instantly submit the complaint. The moment the report is submitted, the magic happens. The screen instantly activates a live video feed, connecting the citizen face-to-face with a real human police officer. But that officer isn't sitting in a back room. They are located miles away at a centralized, remote digital command center. The remote officer reviews the digital data in real time, asks follow-up questions, logs the formal statement, and files the case securely into the national database. If the situation requires immediate physical intervention, the remote command center instantly dispatches motorized patrol units to the exact GPS coordinates flagged by the kiosk. Now, because this is brand new, the station isn't completely abandoned just yet. Currently, a few tech-savvy officers are stationed on site, acting more like tech showroom guides to help everyday citizens get comfortable navigating the touchscreen interface. Naturally, an innovation this radical brings up fascinating questions. Can a digital screen replace the reassuring human touch needed during a crisis? How does it handle internet stability? But the strategic vision behind it is brilliant. By removing the need to staff and maintain massive physical police buildings, the government can deploy these low-cost, self-service smart booths into remote, underserved areas or high-density neighborhoods where building a traditional police station is impossible. It streamlines public administration, eliminates long queues, and brings law enforcement directly to the citizens' fingertips. It is an incredibly bold, uncompromised glimpse into the future of global public safety. From the mobile wallets of Telebirr and the smart streets of Ride, to pioneering AI labs and unmanned police stations, Ethiopia is making a loud and clear statement to the world. The future of technology is global, and Africa is claiming its seat at the table. What makes Ethiopia's journey so inspiring is that they aren't waiting around to copy Western or Asian digital models. They are looking directly at their own unique societal challenges and using cutting-edge tech to build custom, homegrown solutions. It is an incredibly rapid, high-stakes evolution, and it is proving that with the right vision, a nation can transform its entire societal framework in the blink of an eye. But I want to hear from you guys. Would you feel comfortable reporting a crime at a completely unmanned, digital smart police station? And which of these 5 innovations surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into global innovation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Top 5 Ethiopia, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.